Hi, I'm Gaz. I make videos about lots of different things, and in today's video I'm going to tell you all about how UK YouTubers are acting really badly, especially at Christmas time. That's very naughty. So stay tuned to the latest episode of the G-Log.
Meet radio and television personality Gaz Reynolds, the founder of World Domination Records and Great Drive Driving School. Like, comment and subscribe to be part of the journey. This is Gaz Reynolds, the G-Log.
The G-Log album is now on sale worldwide. Get your copy now. Available at YouTube Music, Spotify and all major outlets around the world. Links in the description below. Welcome to another exciting episode of the G-Log. Today I thought I'd make a short video about some really sort of quite bad behaviour for some of the UK YouTubers who are banging out all kinds of dodgy Christmas goods to their fans, and they seem to be getting away with it. However, there have been a lot of complaints as well, and you probably know about Zoella and Eltoria, so I won't really go into all the details of it. However, what I was quite upset about with Eltoria in particular is that when she started getting lots of bad publicity, she then came out with this story, a sob story, which actually I didn't go for at all, where she was saying that she'd been homeless. Now, having been homeless myself at the age of 14, in fact actually I had some homeless spouts even before that time, I had a very troubled childhood, and I actually really genuinely did live on the streets. I was actually sleeping in phone boxes, on friends' floors, on the streets. So, you know, and this was the streets of London. And so home is very important to me, and luckily I got very fortunate, and I bought a very nice house back in 1992. I was very young, probably in my 20s, and I've always appreciated the value of home because of my homelessness. When homelessness when I was very young. So for, you know, the usual YouTuber who's got into a few problems with fans, then trying to cover their tracks by coming out with a sob story, sorry, I just don't go with it. Anyway, a lot of my viewers have been asking me to do a house tour of my house. There you go, house tour of my house. I'm very house proud and very pleased to have my house, and I feel very you know, very grateful for actually having my own home. And if you've ever been homeless, or if you are homeless and you're watching this video, you know, I can totally relate to you because I've been there. Literally, sometimes I literally just had a sheet of newspaper over me to keep me warm at night. That's how tough it was, and I am actually going to be making a video about this very soon. Anyway, I thought I'd give you a quick tour of my house just to see how proud I am to actually have a home now, and how much I value actually having my own home. Today's one of my kind of moaning days, but before I start getting into that, I thought I'd just give you a quick tour of my house, because a lot of people have been asking me to give a quick tour. This is basically my bedroom, and there's my flat screen TV up there, so if you can see it. I'll put my head down. I have actually got a fish tank over there, which has actually got a turtle in it at the moment, and I have got my tortoises just here. They're in their tank for the winter. Usually they're out in the garden in the summer. And oh, this is basically my office. So we're in the office now. This is where I do most of my videos from the G-Log. And I'll just take you downstairs. So we're just heading downstairs now. Ooh. Actually, this is my India section. Well, it's sort of world travel section actually. I haven't got everything up yet, but I've got quite a lot of stuff from my India travels, and I don't know if you can see all of that. Anyway, oh, and I've got something from Mexico up there somewhere. I don't know if you can see it. It's a very tall staircase, this. It's got very high ceilings. So I was thinking at some point to probably open up the top here. I don't know. Right, so in here is a Reiki treatment room. Actually, I'll put the lights on so you can see. I actually did a video about Reiki not so long ago, but this is the Reiki treatment room. So it's basically a clinic that is run from my establishment, as they say. And in here, one of my other rooms, I've got one of my fish tanks there set in the wall. I'll probably do another video where all the lights are on and everything. And this is my kitchen here. I'm doing a house tour because I know a lot of people do them on YouTube and they seem to like them. So this is my kitchen. I have filmed in here a couple of times actually, and it's quite a nice kitchen. It's been like, probably needs a little bit of updating, but all these wooden beams I've always liked. My dad put all of those in. Don't know if you can see them. And just round here, rather unusually, because my house is sort of over 100 years old, this is a lobby area which runs into my bathroom area, which is here. I have got other rooms in the house, but they're all under sort of renovation, I suppose you'd call it. Anyway, let's head up to my office and then I'll tell you what the main bulk of the content is today. So there you go, you've had a quick tour of my house, well, at least part of it, and I thought that I'd do a quick tour of that because I've had a lot of people asking me, oh look, my headphones aren't correct. A lot of people have asked me to do a little house tour. They seem to be quite popular on YouTube. Plus I thought it would pad this video out, and if I make the video longer then I make more money. So the purpose of today's video, why I can't look at this, is some of the UK YouTubers are up to their old tricks again, you know. Now don't get me wrong, I understand how YouTube works. There's a lot of scandal and you have to get views and all the rest of it. But what I don't understand is taking advantage of your actual fans. And that's what Zoella seems to do, and yet all of her fans still seem to adore her. And then she's got her clone, which is, well, many people call her Zoella 2 or Zoella's clone, which is Eltoria. Now Eltoria is somebody else who this year's decided to launch an advent calendar, and there's been a whole load of scandal around it, and I'm sure you know all the stories about Zoella and Eltoria, but I just thought I would view my opinions on it because I think it's pretty bad really. And then what I was really shocked at the other day, now having been homeless myself when I was very young, and I'm actually going to cover this on a separate video, this is the bit where I just felt as if I had to speak out and say I really can't look at this really. I have obviously, but it's just beyond any kind of stuff that I can really think of. I mean, my home's very important to me because I was homeless, and I was homeless at a very young age. My dad threw me out. I won't go into all the details about this now because, like I said, I'm going to cover it in another video. But for Eltoria to, basically, for me, it didn't even look like a real story. She just seemed to be doing the typical YouTube thing of coming out, and because she was getting lots of negative publicity around her advent calendar, she made up this story about that she was homeless, trying to get sympathy, and I don't think it's worked in her favour. I think it's very much worked against her. But I feel for all the genuine homeless people, such as I was homeless many years ago, and my home is very important to me, and I'm sure for anybody that is homeless or has been homeless, this is something that will really touch upon their hearts. And so I just felt as if I wanted to express my opinions about it and just sort of say that I thought this was really bad practice. And you know, I understand and I get that, you know, if something goes wrong on YouTube and you've got a big fan base, you need to try and do something to try and you know, if you like, explain your side of the story. But to make these sort of sob stories up, and when they don't even seem to be credible or real, I just think is really bad. So that's just me saying my bit. I don't believe any of it, and I'm sure no one else does either. Sorry, I've said my bit. With Christmas coming up, and with so many fake YouTubers out there trying to cash in on Christmas and take advantage of their fans, I just don't think this is right. and it's quite frustrating for me as somebody who's fairly new to YouTube. I've only been doing the G-log for I think 5 or 6 months now, and I find it quite frustrating trying to get views and subscribers, and then there's people like Eltoria and Zoella who are just taking advantage of their fans, and they seem to be increasing their fan bases and their revenue. So I'm sure for many YouTubers who might be watching this video, they're probably feeling the same way. And do we all need to be sort of fake and you know, sort of trying to rip off our viewers by gaining more views this way? No, I don't think so, and it's not really something for me. Anyway, I've moaned enough today. I'm not normally a moany person.
Yes, you are, you moany old bugger.
I am. But usually I'm not a moany person. I try and make all my videos fun. But at the same time, I realise I've got a platform here where I can air my opinions, and hopefully you guys, if you've got opinions, you'll air them down in the comment section down below. I'd really love to hear from you. If you've enjoyed this video today, please give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to leave your comments down below. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you soon.
Hi mortals, I'm Jesus. You can now purchase Gaz Reynolds Presents The G-Log, Album Volume 1 from Apple Music, Spotify, and all major outlets around the world. Includes the massive hits Electronic Kama Sutra, I Only Hear You, and Dark Lady. This is one heavenly experience you won't forget. By the way, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification button so that you can watch every episode of the G-Log religiously.
Out now, Gaz Reynolds' new album, The Wedding Album, as featured on Big Review TV and Radio Harrow. Available at iTunes and all major outlets worldwide.